I wish someone told me 10 years ago everything you're going to learn in this video. After years of reviewing task management apps, notebooks, calendars, time management systems, building workspaces and databases, reading papers upon papers on productivity, plus 6 years of college, plus almost 4 more years of informal learning, I know a thing or two about how to get organized to do some learning, and today I'm going to spill the tea. So instead of following my usual mantra, which is there isn't a perfect productivity system that works for everyone, I'm actually going to guide you through what my ideal college productivity setup would look like if I was able to restart college again. God, I wish I could go back and put this to use. This system is for basically everyone. It's simple, it's affordable, it works. Just trust me on this. So the first thing you'll need for college is a place to write your notes. One place for all of your notes from all subjects, from all semesters, from all years. Knowledge isn't a one-time only affair. Topics, concepts, and ideas interconnect all the time. You want to have a place where you can pick the breadcrumbs and travel between those different ideas. Once you get out of college, you'll want to find those notes quickly because whatever you're learning now may actually be important one day. Once again, trust me on this, I cannot tell you how many times I wish I had all of my notes from college organized and stored in a digital workspace because now I have all of those notes in a binder at my parents' house, and whenever I came upon a topic or a subject or a concept in my work life that I need to consult, I did not have those notes with me anymore. So what is the place to write your notes? Well, no surprises here, but I'm going to suggest Notion. And that's because Notion is free, it's an all-purpose tool, and it's something that you'll probably use for years, taking into account the current productivity scenario in which, multiple companies are now migrating their wikis and their knowledge bases and project management tools to Notion. Okay, so here's the deal. In Notion, databases will be your best friend. If there is one thing you should master and devote all of your time to in Notion, it's databases. You can flirt with timelines, with Kanban boards, with calendar views, but you're going to marry those databases. And you're going to organize your notes with these databases. So one page per subject and then one database within each page. If a subject spans multiple semesters, create multiple databases within one page, one database per semester. And these are the properties you'll include in your database. First property is date. Here you will log in the date of your class or the day you're taking your notes. This is a good way to quickly visit whatever you were lectured whenever. And it's a good way to share and compare your notes with classmates as well. Second property is going to be name. Here you will log in the main chapter, subject, or idea of that class. That property is going to be your main property, and more about that later. Third property is select. Here you'll create 3 different categories, easy, medium, or hard. You use this selection tool to identify whether one note set is particularly challenging or super easy. You can update this as the semester goes by and as you review your notes multiple times. This is what will tell you which notes should be revisited until they go from hard to easy again. Your goal? Make sure every single line is categorized as easy when your final exam comes along. Now open that main property that we talked about. Let's learn how to structure your class notes. This is an important system. As soon as you have this by heart, you will know exactly how to structure your notes every single time, and it's super easy. After that topic is typed in, add your table of contents. It will be empty right now, and that's not a problem. Notion will start populating this as soon as you start inserting headings. After your table of contents, add your first heading. Your first heading will always be called Files. This is where you'll insert any companion files to your notes, PowerPoint presentations, papers, articles, emails, etc. Then all you have to do is start typing your notes, and you should go free form first. You can always edit your notes out later. When you finish writing your notes, you should go back to them after class, while you're studying them, you name it. Edit those notes out, add headings, callouts, pictures if needed. Editing those notes will force you to read them and study them later. Hierarchizing topics like this to create your table of contents will force you to understand how the different topics and ideas in your notes relate to one another. And this is productive work. You'll get pretty notes and you'll also understand the subject better, so do this every single time. Okay, now let's say you want to study all your notes and you hate using a screen to read. It's simple. You click Export and export to PDF. Adjust scaling, and I really like 70%. Print your PDF, file it in a simple binder, and boom, you're good to go. There's your notes and your study guide. So, note-taking system is out of the way. Let's talk about managing all of your assignments. Okay, so should you use Notion for this? Well, no. Notion is actually pretty terrible at managing tasks right now. That's because they do not really have a good calendar system integrated in Notion yet. I know that we have Cron now, but it really isn't an all-in-one solution. So I recommend you to use a dedicated task management system for this. And I'm going to recommend TickTick. TickTick is actually free, or you can spend $20 every single year using their educational discount student thing, and you'll be able to actually access all of their premium features, and I highly recommend that you do this. First of all, with the premium features, you get your calendar view, and this will be fundamental to plan classes and study sessions. And furthermore, you also get focus time. So instead of having a completely separate app to keep track of your Pomodoros and track your study sessions, you can do this in the app and actually associate your timer to the tasks you're logging in. Okay, so you have TickTick. First thing you're going to do is create two different folders, personal and college. In college, you'll create a list for each one of your classes. Whenever you finish a class and you don't need that information in your face again, you click archive. It's not deleted, it's just not in your main list anymore, and that keeps your TickTick tidy and organized. Now go back to your left pane. See that tag list? Well, let's create 3 extra tags: class, study, and assignment. After you have your class list, go to the calendar view and start scheduling in those classes. Use the recurring function to schedule them across the entire semester and mark those recurring events with the class tag. Now you're going to add any assignments and final exams in your syllabus and, well, you guessed it, you're going to tag them appropriately. No need to create any other tag. Do not complicate the system. If you complicate the system, you'll stop using the system. Now that all your assignments and classes were added, time to start thinking about your personal schedule. At what time do you usually wake up? At what time do you usually go to bed? At what time do you usually have lunch? Mark those in your schedule under your personal list and set those as recurring events. This will leave you with some blank space in your schedule, so time to start creating your self-appointed study sessions. These will make or break your semester. The way you schedule, but most importantly, how much you respect the schedule you're creating right now, will dictate a big part of your success in school. Okay, but here there's actually no formula. Different classes require different workloads, and different people require different lengths to their study sessions, or different times to their study sessions, or different numbers to their study sessions. So you should adapt your schedule to the way you work and the way you study, how quickly you're able to focus, and how quickly you're able to memorize information. Also remember that whatever consistency you choose, it's important that you're creating space to study, whether that's reviewing that week's lesson or preparing for next week's lesson, for every single class, every single week. Some people are able to accommodate all the studying they need during the week, and other people, myself included, had to rely a lot on weekends to have everything done. And now, honestly, the rest is up to you. If you use this system as it is right now, I guarantee you're going to be super organized for school this year. You can just download both Notion and TickTick, both your laptop, your computer, your phone, your tablet, and you are going to stay on track with all of your assignments, all of your readings, all of your tasks for the semester, and no need to juggle different notebooks, different binders, different anything, because all of your knowledge base is going to be right at your fingertips. But you can take this a few steps further, of course. You can start logging in other type of tasks, such as other personal events like social gatherings, workouts, and self-care. You can develop your tag system to help you pinpoint more detailed information, such as distinguishing online versus in-person events, reading assignments versus written assignments, etc. But remember, only complicate the system if you've already mastered a non-complicated system. And if you're a bit unsure on how to really navigate TickTick step by step and see in real time how to set the whole thing up, I actually have a full video where I do it step by step, starting with account creation, and you can watch this video for free with your Nebula subscription who's sponsoring today's video. Nebula is a great platform built by creators. We can post whatever we want without having to worry about YouTube's algorithm, monetization policies, and other things that really hinder our creativity. It's a completely ad-free and sponsor-free platform full of exclusive content, classes, and video series you can't find anywhere else. Besides the tick guide I mentioned earlier, I also have a Notion guide, for instance. I have other exclusive planner setups, routines, and walkthroughs that I never published on YouTube, and that's because they were in formats that YouTube doesn't really like, and it would end up killing those videos anyway. So you can search for this icon to know you're watching a video that still isn't available on YouTube, and that's because usually I publish videos on Nebula before I publish them on YouTube, and this icon to know you're watching something that will never be available anywhere else. I love to receive everyone's emails and messages saying they're watching all my videos now on Nebula because that's always the best way to actually support my content. And of course, I'm not alone. If you browse Nebula, you'll see so many other creators, including so many people from the STEM community and exclusive Nebula original series. Here's the fun part. A Nebula annual plan costs basically $2.5 per month. And this is not only for Nebula, but for Nebula classes too. And that's definitely one of the best things on Nebula. So to get access to all of this exclusive content, don't forget to click the link in the description box, and I hope to see you there. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next week. Bye guys!